Okay, we're going to do some extra practice with multi-step equations because they are a big part of algebra and I think it's very important. So on page 8 you can put extra practice solving equations. We're going to do some extra practice with different problems that you will see. We'll see one solution equations. So one solution means you have something like x equals 5 or x is going to equal a number. Okay, you have infinite solutions. That is where you end up having 0 equals 0 at the end of it. Or you'll have x plus 2 equals x plus 2. That's what it looks like. It's equal on both sides. It's the exact same thing. A no solution ends up looking like this. It'll be like 0 equals 5. That's not true, never will be. And it'll have something like 2x minus 3 equals 2x minus 4. It'll have the same variable but two different numbers. So make sure you recognize that. You'll have all different types of solutions. You'll have one solutions, infinite, or no solutions. But you need to be able to recognize all three. So let's do an example. Let's do this one. This is a long one. Negative 2 in parentheses 3n minus 5 minus n plus 6 equals 1 plus 2n minus 6n. So the first thing I want you to get used to doing is writing out to the side. Please don't call me after midnight. Please don't call me after midnight. And go through your steps. So draw your river. Check for parentheses. If there are parentheses, we go to distributing. So let's distribute. Negative 2 times 3n gives us negative 6n. Negative 2 times negative 5, always take that sign with you, becomes positive 10. Now, I told you last week, that negative sign right there, you are going to distribute it. It's like there's a negative 1 out in front. So we're going to put plus and then distribute this. Negative 1 times n is negative 1n. Negative 1 times positive 6 is minus 6 or negative 6. Now we're going to copy all of this down. 1 plus 2n minus 6n. Okay, we did our first step. We did those two. Now we're going to combine like terms. Combined. So let's look over here. We're going to combine negative 6n with negative 1n. So that's going to give us negative 7n. Then 10 and negative 6 are like terms. So we're going to combine those. That's like saying 10 minus 6. So plus 4. Now notice I put circles around like terms and squares around other like terms. I like to do that to stay organized. Now on this side, 1 does not have a like term, so we can bring that down. But 2n minus 6n, those two are like terms. So that is like saying negative 4n. Okay, so we combine our like terms. Now, this is move a variable. We have a variable on both sides, so we've got to move one of them. I always say pick the smaller one. This is our smaller one. Now if it's a negative, to cancel it out, we got to add it. So let's add 7n on both sides. This side it cancels. Bring down your 4. Bring down your 1. This side we have negative 4n plus 7n. So that's going to give us plus 3n. Now you guys, we're back to a two-step equation. Once you get down here, this is a two-step. This is a one-step equation. Easy peasy. So now we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. We get 3 equals 3n, and then we divide by 3. And n equals 1. All that work, and n just equals 1. Okay, so this is a one solution right here. Alright, the next one we're going to do is this. negative 8 in parentheses, 7 minus x, close parentheses, equals 8x minus 7. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we are going to draw our river or our line. We're going to check for parentheses to see if we distribute. There are parentheses, so we're going to distribute. Negative 8 times 7 is negative 56. Negative 8 times negative x is positive 8x. Now bring down your equal sign, your 8x, your minus 7. Okay, combine like terms. These two can't combine together. These two can't combine together. Now we're going to move our variable. There's a variable on both sides, so we got to move one. There's not a smaller one, so we'll just subtract 8x from both sides. This cancels, and this cancels. So this is going to be one of those weird solutions. Negative 56 equals negative 7. Add or subtract, it says. So let's add 56 to both sides. Okay, this cancels. We get 0 equals 49. Now, there's nothing left we do. We've just got to check, is this true? Does 0 equal 49? No, it does not. So this is one of our no solutions. It will never work out. If we tried to plug in an x for that, it would never equal the same thing on both sides. Okay, last one. We are going to do, is this one? 8 in parentheses, 2n minus 2 equals 2 in parentheses, 8n minus 8. As always, draw your river, and I'll write a little please don't call me after midnight over here. I always like to put move on that first n because you all want to multiply there, but it's move. Alright, if there are parentheses, we distribute, so we're going to distribute here. 16n minus 16 equals, we distribute here too, 16n minus 16. You can already tell that they look exactly alike. This is called an identity, which means it's going to be infinite solutions. If it ever looks exactly the same on both sides, it's an infinite solution. Now, we can go ahead and try to solve it. Can't combine like terms. We can move a variable. This cancels. We get negative 16 equals negative 16. Add or subtract. And we get 0 equals 0, which that is true. 0 does equal 0. That's what makes it an infinite solutions. Another one I've seen you all struggling with are equations like this. X plus 8 over 2 equals 10. All you have to do first, guys, if this whole side is over a fraction, multiply it by 2 on both sides. And you can go ahead and get rid of that. You get x plus 8 equals 20. And now you have a nice one-step equation. Okay? That'll help you all out a lot on IXL. So x equals 12. Alright, hope this helps. Have a good day.